Would you like to end the episode by talking about the upcoming 5 years?
It's going to be tough for everybody. And a lot of things that we imagined or taken for granted will change. We might go through crisis situations in India specifically. There could be wars, but look at it as a stage of deep cleaning that will be done by the deities. And people, we may also lose a lot of people, by the way. That is another possibility I see, that people you have things you have taken for granted, or people you have taken for granted. Suddenly some things happen. That is also one chance is there. There's a possibility of there. But fundamentally, this is a time when spiritually you can grow much faster. See, it's the whole uh, common knowledge in history is that only in times of crisis you make the fastest progress spiritually. When things are very good, you will not make progress. Even the whole point why the gods, the great gods, the Trimurtis and the Shiva, Shakti and others, they have created the asuras. What was the need of asuras in the first place? Just the gods would have been enough. But if the gods were only there, they would never change. They would be static where they are. You would be static where you are. Without change means friction. First, there has to be friction. Friction will cause change, movement. Otherwise, everything remains static means you are permanently fixed in wherever you are. You have no chance of growing beyond the human condition. It's because there is conflict, there is going to be stress. So you have the chance to apply yourself more strongly, and through that redeem yourself and grow higher faster.
It's been a tough 5 years already.
It may become tougher financially, in terms of there could be some kind of crisis that may happen. There could be natural calamities, and definitely there will be wars, and even in our neighborhoods. So basically, at the end of the day, what I'm very sanguine about is that people, plus India itself, will undergo a change in the grahas in this year itself, and that will make things more tougher in some senses. So for people, do more sadhana of fierce forms like Bhairava, do more sadhana of Devi, do more sadhana of Skanda. But Bhairava definitely, his time is here right now. He's the most active of all the forms.
Would you say for Vaishnavites that they should dive into nursing
Yeah, I
sadhana?
mean that's up to them what their is, but uh, Upasana of Narasimha is very good. He is in fact considered as is almost like a Rudra. In some of the interestingly, one of the Ashtottara namas of Narasimha, 108 names of Lord Narasimha, describes him as Bhairava like sometimes. Okay, that ferocity is there, that extreme amount of power and aggression. And there is a corresponding form of Bhairava that's also linked to Narasimha, which is the Sarveshwara, which is the story goes that when he could not calm down, then Shiva first sent Veerabhadra to calm Narasimha down, but Narasimha would not calm down. Then there's a form of Shiva, very peculiar form with 8 legs, okay, and wings, and the body of a bird and an animal. Uh, who's known as Sarveshwara, is one of the Akash Bhairava. Is very fierce form of Bhairava, extremely fierce. His mantras are for destruction of enemies and removing black magic. Very good and very potent in that sense. Along with him comes the force of Pratyangira and Shulini Durga, two very fierce forms of Devi. So basically, again in South India, his upasana is, there are temples where his upasana happens, and his mantra sadhanas are there for removal of negatives and things like that. So basically, yeah, for a Vaishnava, if he wants to do more aggressive form of sadhana, I guess Narasimha sadhana will be good. But I don't want, so it's not about just doing an aggressive form. There are certain deities who are going to awaken very strongly, as we have seen, like Bhairava. It's already there. It's going to happen. It's already happening. It's not going to change. It's not about just randomly picking something. No, it doesn't work that way. It is what they will it. If Bhairava is, it has been willed. If Bhairava has decided that he's going to awaken, re-awake himself, spring up everywhere in India, and reawaken consciousness of the people, then it is his will. He will come. So I have seen and I've had cases where I have males from Vaishnavas also have started doing Bhairava sadhana. I mean, they have tried, experimented a few times with a few malas, and then it gelled with them. So automatically it went out. They may not be telling people, but I get mails, so that's why I know.
In the old world, from the last 1,000 years, or before that as well, I think conversations about omens were much more prevalent than they are now.
Likely, yes.
In just the last month, I don't know if you've read about all these deep sea creatures coming to the surface, and
Now, Perhaps. Okay. Right.
fish washed up on the shores of Kerala.
Right.
There was a blood moon
Mhm.
in, I think, the last
Hmm.
few weeks.
Hmm.
These were all the signs that would count as omens in the old world.
Hmm.
Is there any heed one should pay to this?
Perhaps we will pass through some difficult times. Perhaps we must find, and it has already started off, but it will go on for a few years at least. But this is also a period of churning. Through this, lot of strength, inner strength will be found. It's like India will pass through a phase of crisis. Okay. Uh, Maybe the whole world, but India definitely. And in that phase, the amount of faith and the amount of strength you have in your upasana is what is going to see you through. You means you, me, everybody, all of us through. So yeah, these omens can very well indicate that maybe we'll have a massive natural calamity. In any case, there is a shift of grahas that are happening for the next 2 months. In fact, 2.5 months, where there will be 6 grahas, and Saturn and Rahu will enter into Meena Rashi. And it's just even basic commerce. Somebody who has basic understanding of Jyotisha will agree. Meena is a Rashi related to water signs. So there could be some water related natural calamity possible. Maybe a tsunami, maybe an earthquake under sea that causes a terrific effect outside. Something like that is possible.
Hey, if you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out all the other clips we've uploaded on this channel. You'll find a clip related to almost every single topic as long as you're willing to search for it.